All right, thanks for coming up here today, Tanya. And my name's Dustin here. I work with the case management department with Timeshare Release Now. And I know that you did. You came up from New Hampshire, I believe.
Yes.
How was the drive?
It was long, but it was worth it.
Good deal. Yeah, so I wanted to just basically meet with you here, and a lot of the times we do, we allow to take testimonials and do reviews where people will just send them to our emails. I wanted to kind of switch it around and maybe even meet. You're actually the first client that I was able to meet with face to face and actually be able to shake your hand. And be able to do this video to explain to other people that are kind of leery or do not know who we are. We are a growing company, new company at that, just came on the map probably about 4 years ago, and this is definitely going to help us throughout the process of what we're doing for our clients. Now, just to start here, how did you actually find Timeshare Release Now? How did you find us?
Well, my husband and I are been trying to find a way to cancel this timeshare that we had bought into a few years ago, and we came across your website, Timeshare Release Now,
Okay.
and when it was, with the live testimonials that were on there, I was able to call some past clients of yours, and they gave me, upstanding recommendations.
Okay, so you basically found us on Google, and now did you talk to any other companies?
I did.
Okay.
I talked to some other companies, and none of them would answer the phone and or call me back.
Okay. What do you think, and after speaking with several other companies, what do you think, what was different that stuck out, or stuck out about us than the other companies? What do you think?
Well, like I said, the other companies didn't give me any feedback at all whatsoever. They
Okay.
didn't make me feel, comfortable. When I had called Timeshare Release Now, I spoke with a live human person
Okay.
and provided me with great
That's
customer
awesome.
service.
That's great. All right, now, very good. So, and that's the thing with us too, is we strive on making sure that we are answering everybody. We do have a 24/7 customer service department as well. So anytime that, if you cannot reach myself or your assigned case manager, you will have somebody here to answer the calls. We also have several other offices. Here in Maine is our corporate office, and we also have 3 other offices nationwide,
Well,
from Florida all the way to California. So there is somebody you will be able to reach at some point. So just looking at that, you were, did business and wanted to move forward because there was the able to speak with someone live and the testimonials. You were able to actually call people as well.
yes.
Which I notice a lot of companies kind of, not say hide, but they don't want to relay that information. I like to provide proof, because that's something that I like to be treated how I treat others, and that's my motto. And if anything, if I owned a timeshare, I want to see proof. I wouldn't just take over somebody's word over the phone, and that's what a lot of people expect you to do, which is not something we do. So we allow you to talk with people. We want you to feel comfortable. We do not push you. If you are feeling leery or need more time, please take the time. I tell people, if you're 99% ready to go, wait till you're 150.
Yeah.
And then we can move forward and speak and kind of do a case analysis and find out what we're willing to do, and how long it's going to take, how much money we're able to recover, stuff like that. Now, that being said, let's start, enough talking about us here. Now let's go back to the timeshare.
Yeah.
So when you showed up to the tour, you accepted their offer for the discounted weekend. You flew, they actually paid for your plane tickets, you mentioned. So you showed up to Florida in Orlando, showed up to Orange Lake. What happened? I would say, like, when the sliding doors opened, what happened from that point forward?
Well, I was greeted by a man and a woman.
Okay.
They said that there was going to be a 90-minute tour of the facility, and just to see if we liked it. And
Okay, so the 90 minutes they asked.
yes.
Okay, 90 minutes of, and now you showed up. Did they bring you into like a back room or an office? Where did?
Yep, they brought me into an office.
Okay. Now, was there any other couples or anyone else at that office, or was it just you and the sales rep?
It was just me and the sales rep.
Okay. So, you and the sales rep, now you probably, how many sales reps were there in the room? Was it one, two,
Well, there was 2 in the room
two? Okay,
at first.
alright, and I don't expect you to remember their names at all here.
Yeah.
So there's 2 reps in there, and you were in there for 90 minutes, or how long were you in that tour?
4 hours later,
4 hours,
I ended
wow.
up meeting additional sales reps with,
Okay.
so when I,
Alright, so let me just rephrase, so you met with additional, so they had other reps come into the room?
yes,
Okay, how many total then were?
probably like 4.
4, so you had 2 in the beginning, and then now there's 2 extra that came in the room?
Yes.
Okay, 2 other reps. Now, what was their purpose, the other 2?
Well, I had said no, I was not interested in
Oh.
purchasing the timeshare.
Yeah. How many times do you think you said no?
4, about 4 times.
4 times?
Yes.
Now, and correct me if I'm wrong, now, when you're into the tours, only because I've gone through them myself as well, you're going into the tours, they usually start at the highest retail price, and then once you say no, they just lower the price and keep going down until you say yes.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's what happened to me. I went down, I didn't stay at Orange Lake, but
Yeah.
I've been to the tours, and that's, they'll bring in a new sales manager, nice fresh suit on, and somebody that knows their job a little bit better than the original sales rep, so they will get you there. Now, this is the one that kinda irks me, is did they mention anything to you that this was like an investment opportunity, or
Oh, yes.
or making you feel like you were buying like a house, like
Yes.
real estate?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Not to be the bearer of bad news, but these are going for $1. They're really honestly impossible to sell unless you know like a friend or a family member. But don't tell them where you live, because they're probably going to be very pissed off down the road. Excuse my French. But yeah, this is one of the biggest scams going on right now is the timeshare. Looking at the biggest thing is going to eBay. I know I go on eBay. There's several websites out there similar to eBay as well that they're selling for $1. There's people that have paid off their timeshare, I've noticed, that were willing to just give it away.
Yeah.
So that's where there's no value, or it's hard to say there's value when these sales reps are telling you that it's 20 to 30 grand, but there's people selling them for $1. So it's sometimes hard to chew on that. And then there's no way to get out. I've noticed it's something where I've noticed when you buy a home or you buy a car, those are something that you can sell and actually give away. If you just purchased into a home, you can technically jump in a plane and take off to the Caribbean. The bank will probably take the home at some point, or it'll get foreclosed on. But a timeshare, you can't do that. A timeshare, it's like a third leg. It's basically you own it for the rest of your life. It's a legal binding contract.
Yes.
So the reason we're able to help, get you guys out of this and look at the different areas of fraud and misrepresentation is the real estate law, the regulations, the laws that are violated. And that happens everywhere. And that goes for any profession. You have good businesses and you have bad businesses everywhere. So now looking at this here, so you were brought into the tour. It took about 4 or 5 hours to sell it to you. Probably just wanted to get out of the tour. You probably just said yes and just bought it. Now,
Exactly.
I do mention too, looking at your paperwork earlier, you had like a 400 credit score, and you were approved for 30 to 40 grand.
Yeah.
That's mind blowing. I'm appalled. I don't know how that actually worked. How that they were able to approve you with having a 400 credit score. That's mind blowing to me. And that most likely that is violation to the Predatory Lending Act, where most likely they did not run your debt ratio to see that you can actually approve, or not approve, to actually afford that loan, to pay that back. So they kind of set you up to fail, pretty much. Then also the maintenance fees. That's a huge one. A lot of my clients noticed that their maintenance fees inflate or increase every single year. I have clients that have owned for 20, 30 years, and their maintenance fees started at $200, $300. Now they're over $3 grand. that happen to you as well?
Oh, yes, absolutely. At first, my maintenance fees was only $88.
Really?
And,
Wow.
and then,
88 monthly or?
88 monthly.
Oh, okay. Now what are you paying? What were you paying?
I was paying $58 initially.
Oh, so you're
And-
paying 55 initially and now 88.
Yes.
All right.
And that's not even including my mortgage.
And that was since 2010. It's been
Yes.
6 years. Okay. Yeah, and that's something that they usually won't tell people, and that's the biggest thing is the money aspect. They kind of leave out that important stuff. So you're buying into this timeshare kind of blindly. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. After it usually takes about 5 or 10 years, and then you're saying, hey, this is not what we bought into. So I understand that. Now, the other aspect of real estate law, going back to what I was saying, is closing. Did they have? Do you remember them having your closing, done while you were sitting within that 4 to 5 hour
They
tour?
closed, yeah, they closed the whole,
Wow.
the whole procedure with the 4 hours.
Yeah. I know that buying a home, that it takes usually 30 to 45 days to do closing. Some cases, not 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong again. Do you remember them saying, "Hey, lucky you, we have the notary public officer on site today"?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they say that to everyone. We've canceled over 30,000 contracts. I've asked that question to everybody. They've said the same thing. The notary public officer's on site today. Lucky you, right? That's illegal. It's all illegal. We also look into the real estate licensing.
Yeah.
You have to have a license to sell real estate. 95% of the time when we look into the sales rep that sold you the timeshare, they were just employees of the resort.
yeah.
They weren't licensed. So you can't just be a random Joe off the street, go sell a home and take a commission, which they're selling real estate and taking a commission at the end of the month,
Yeah.
which is illegal. You can't do that. So those are kind of the cracks in the floor, and that's how this company was developed, is to help and to basically get these resorts to do their job the right way. Yeah, that's pretty in a nutshell. So you were able to cancel. How long? I believe you signed up with us about, it was like 8 or 9 weeks ago.
Yes.
Yeah. So canceled the timeshare. You were paying $480 a month.
Yes,
Which
and
was
mortgage
huge.
fees.
Yeah, that stopped. How long? And we stopped those payments within 1 to 3 hours.
Yes, you
Right away.
did.
Cool.
Very effective.
Yeah. Stopping that, your credit was protected. You've noticed that your FICO has increased
Mm-hmm.
because now we put that debt ratio back onto your credit,
Yeah.
which is good, which is huge. Boosting the credit, canceled the payments. Now the cherry on top is we were able to recover your down payment and purchase price. It was 22,
Yeah.
20,000. Yeah.
Yes.
$20,000 recovered in 8 weeks.
Yes.
That's huge.
That was amazing.
That's awesome. I'm very happy for you, and it's good.
Thank you very much,
No
Dustin.
problem. Thank you. Thank you for coming here and meeting
My
with us.
pleasure.
And now also, if you have any friends or family members, please send them to
Oh,
us.
I certainly will.
Even if they just need free advice, we're here to help and do anything. I literally would give my shirt off to anybody. So just for helping us and doing this video, thank you. And anything you need, have safe travels back home, and
Thank you.
have a great day. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you.